Hey guys, how you doing? This is Rob Thomas. Rob Thomas Day Trader is the name of my channel. Probably should call it Rob Thomas Amateur Day Trader because I am just starting my journey back up as a day trader. I've took a little bit of time off, a couple years, and I am going to be starting back with a $500 account. Be trading on Webull, day trading. And I want to invite you to take a journey with me, watch some of my videos. I'm going to be doing a $500 account challenge to see if I can turn that $500 into a little bit more. But you're going to see a video today. It's my first video that I've done day trading after a couple of years off. And see if it went well, if it didn't go well, what mistakes I made, what you can learn from. But what I am trying to do is to show you how it is for an actual day trader to come in and start day trading if you don't have a ton of experience or you don't have a mentor, and you want to trade like, Ross Cameron or Tim Sykes, momentum, news, high spikes first thing in the morning. The system that I use is not exactly like theirs, but it's the same deal. You look for top gainers in the morning, you go for high momentum, and then you take some day trades off of it. Now, like I said, I have taken a few years off. I've been day trading off and on for a while. I blow my accounts, I lose money, I come back. This time I'm going to try to be a little more systematic. But what I really want to do here is just show you guys what it's like for the average guy to just start day trading, so you'll have a feel for what it's like with all of that hype. A lot of YouTubers make these videos where they only show you their wins, or they made $1,000. Like, you're gonna make $1,000 day trading. It's not really like that. Actually, today's video is going to show you some of the real pitfalls that you face when you're a new day trader, and some of the things that are going to go right. Some things are going to go right, some things are going to go wrong. But I invite you to watch this video with me, leave a comment or feedback afterwards. You're going to see a live stream of my actual day trading today. There's a couple breaks in between, but it's about an hour of me sitting down at the computer, taking day trades. I think I took 6 or 7 today. It's uncut, unfiltered. You're going to see exactly what I did, trade for trade. And then I'm going to try to keep doing this as long as I can. And I want to show you guys what it's really like. This is going to be no frills, no super hype, learn this strategy. Because I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. I have a pretty decent strategy that I think works. But could be a rocky start. Just going to put $500 in, and my goal is to try to put $500 a month in at least. But we'll see if I blow this, if I winnow this first 500 down, or if at the end of the month I wind up breaking even or doing a little bit better. I'm kind of expecting to be, honestly, probably down a little bit at the end of this month, maybe break even for this first month. I'm trying to figure some things back out after getting into it, after being out for a while. But I invite you to please comment, let me know what you guys think of the video, if you think that I'm crazy for making these type of videos without having a ton of experience. But that's going to be all for the intro, guys. Right after this, you're going to see my live trading. Please, feel free to skip through if you want, or watch the whole thing. This is just day 1 video, and I am going to do it all this month. I believe there might be a holiday coming up next week, so I might miss a day. But you're going to see me day trade every day at 9:30 a.m. Not live right now. I can't do live streams because I don't have enough subscribers. In the future, if I get better, and I'll start doing live streams, or I'll do live streams anyway, whether I'm doing okay or breaking even, and you guys can just trade along with me and comment. But for this first video, there's about an hour of me day trading, and see what my results are. Don't be discouraged if they're not super great, because like I said, I'm coming back after 2 years, and we're going to see how this thing goes. But I'd like to build a little community of us, new traders. If you're an experienced trader, feel free to jump in, subscribe. You can give advice and help some of us new guys out. But I'm not going to be talking too much more. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, and then I'm going to just merge these two together and make a video, post it on YouTube, and see what you guys think. Please feel free. Try not to be too rough on me as a newbie here, guys. But again, I'm Rob, and then I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much. Alright, hey guys, how you doing? This is Rob
RobThomasDayTrader. It's a little bit before the market opened, but I just kind of want to show you guys my Webull setup and kind of go over something real quick that's going to help you out when you are day trading, help you execute orders a little bit better. So if you've never used the Webull platform before, I am going to be making a video going over my setup, how to set everything up the way that I have set up. But for right now, if you just follow my cursor down to the settings button down here on the bottom, you have general hotkeys, go to trade. If you come over here, you can put in dollar amount or percentage that you want to trade. We're going to be doing this $500 challenge this month, so we're going to be trading pretty small. So I'm going to start out with $25 per trade. So just put your dollar amount in here with your, make sure the dollar sign is on here. You can switch it to percent, shares. We're going to leave it at $25, and then scroll down here to the stop loss and take profit. Now we're going to add 10 and 30. And don't be concerned, I know this sounds like a lot, 10% loss, but we're not going to be trading 100% of our account. We're going to be trading about 5 or 10% of our account, so we're only going to be risking 10% of 10% of our account. So it's not that much, it's about half a percent maybe. Alright, so then you just click out of that. Now you'll notice over here right now it's still set on $1, but once you click to it, now it's on 25, and we can change that to whatever we want. We have the news feed going down here. Everything is set up, ready to go. I'm going to pause the video first. Actually, before I pause, I just want to kind of explain. I am going to have an intro to this video, so you've probably already seen that, of what I'm trying to do. So, I've been a day trader for 5-10 years off and on, blew up a couple accounts, got frustrated, quit for a few years. But now I'm ready to come back to day trading. I want to do this full time. Hopefully in the next year or two. So I'm going to start with a small account this time, $500, and just focus on the percentages, not the big huge gains that I used to try to get. So in this video series, you know, we're going to aim for $2 to $3 a day, which I know doesn't sound like much, but we're going to focus on the percentages. And at the end of the month, if we can make 5 or 10%, then we know we can live off that, right? We just have to increase the amount of cash that we're trading with. So if we can make 10% a month, and we're trading with $10,000, we know we can make $1,000 a month, $30,000, $3,000 a month. That's where you can start making some decent money. So my goal for this month is just to be profitable, no matter what it is. If it's 2%, I'm going to take that as an absolute win, because I've never had a full month of profitability. So I invite you to join me on this journey of from amateur day trader to professional day trader. I really feel like I'm on the cusp of it right now. I have a pretty solid strategy. My mindset's a lot different than it used to be. I'm a little more patient. A lot more patient, I guess I should say. So I invite you to follow along with me. Subscribe to the channel. This is a brand new channel. This will be my first video. And I'm going to try to do one upload every day for the whole month of day trading. And I will do some videos about how I have my setups, you know, what platforms I think are the best, which right now is Webull. That's what I'm using right now. And I'll show you some comparisons to that and TD Ameritrade and things like that. But for right now, guys, I'm going to pause the video. Don't go anywhere, because it'll be a real time video. I'm going to come back at 9:30, and we're going to jump right into day trading. And I'll go over my strategy as I'm day trading to show you what setups I'm going to take, why I take them, and then we'll go from there. Alright, stick around, guys. See you in a minute. Alright, how you guys doing? I'm back. We are at 9:25 here on Monday morning, November 3rd. We got a little under 5 minutes before the market starts. I just wanted to show you guys over here. This is one reason why I like Webull. It has a built-in top gainers and losers list, which a lot of platforms do, but this one, for some reason, is one of the better ones that I've used for my strategy, which is pretty similar to Ross Cameron and Tim Sykes. type of strategy where it's high momentum day trades based off news. I don't focus 100% on the news. I do keep an eye on it, but I'm just mainly looking for stocks that are popping up in the morning, right? And I try to grab a few percent off of it. I do not try to grab the whole move. I don't always worry about getting the beginning of the move. I just like to catch a little bit of the middle move. But if you're new to day trading, and you're not sure if you can make any money, guys, there's a ton of big moves every single day. Like, look at this move. Already 112% for the day. So if you day trade at pre-market, I don't usually do that too much just because of the stop loss and take profit is a lot easier than regular market, and the market can really go against you if you have to close your orders manually. So I'd rather trade in the open market. But if you got in right here, guys, look at this right here. This one, a little bit of a red flag though because of this long spike, but say you got in there, you could have got 100% if you were trading with your full account balance, which I don't right now. I used to, that's why I blew a lot of my accounts up. But in this challenge, it's all about trying to get steady, small, consistent gains. This whole experience for me now is about being consistent, learn to be profitable. I've never been profitable more than a few weeks, so this $500 challenge, we're going to see if I can be profitable for the whole month. Hopefully it works out. And then, you know, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, you only made $1, $2. Don't look at it that way. Just look at it as the percentage. It's going to add up at the end of the month if I can be consistent. That's the whole part of the challenge. But what I want to show you, if you come over here to the, you don't care about the top losers unless you're selling, which I'm not going to focus on that. I am mainly a buyer. My account's too small to be selling anyway. As you can see, at $500.72, just had 72 cents from the last time I withdrew from the account. So I just basically come over here to the top gainers list and work my way down. See what the market's doing. This one's already moved 150%, but it's not really doing that much right now. We just scroll down. This one is popping off like crazy. It does have a little bit of news. Private placement, who knows what that really means. That's why I don't focus a ton on the news. I like Weevil though over other news feeds because it just shows you positive or negative right off the bat. So you can just kind of look at this and say, oh, it's positive news, but you can tell it's positive news because it's moving up. But it is pulling back. So what I like to do, guys, is I like to look for stocks that are moving up. You gotta be careful with these like this. It's far away from the EMA though. But I'm looking for a stock to make a high in the pre-market, and then I like the market. So what we're looking for is it to make a high in the pre-market, pull back away from that, and then break above that. So we're going to keep an eye on this stock. This stock has a long wick on this pullback candle. It is a little way from the EMA, so that concerns me because a lot of times price wants to come back and retest that EMA before it takes off. So we're just going to kind of see how it works. But again, we're taking very small. My account size is 500. Taking a $25 trade. The stop loss is going to be 10%, or we can adjust that. I move my stops pretty aggressively. Okay, so market is open now, 9:30. So this one hasn't moved yet above that. So let's just kind of check out this one up top. There's nothing's going on. So we just go to the second one. That's this one. We're going to give it a few minutes. This one's probably going to take some time. I have a feeling it might try to come down, but I don't know. We'll see. If it gets another long wick and then pops above that, we're going to take a trade on this one. And you can see, all right, it's starting to move now. But we have 5 minutes before the candle closes, so let's see what else is going on. This stock, you can look out here. Bam, positive news. I don't concern myself too much with what's going on with it because honestly, I don't know all about the news things. Alright, what happened on this? Let's see. Alright. We're here. This one didn't make a high. This one's pretty far away from the EMA as well. 50% away. That's one thing you gotta be careful of, guys. If it moves up too fast in the pre-market, especially in like 2 or 3 moves, like look at that, see? I'm not sure what that move, that was a crazy move. That could happen to you really fast. It just dropped all the way back down, 50% in one move. It was probably halted for a second. So we're gonna stay away from that stock. This one, okay, it's looking good. It's moving up fairly strong. It is a little ways away from EMA. It's got positive news. It did make a high here. Didn't really pull away from it too much, but you can see it's following the VWAP. So ideally you'd want to see it pull back on this candle here, which technically it did pull back. It just didn't make a red candle. So let's come back to our first trade. Now see, this is what I was talking about, guys. For some reason Weeble's acting up today. It wants to pull back to these EMAs. Not always, but the reason for that is a lot of people probably got it down here today and they've already made a profit on it, and now everybody's selling. So we're gonna keep an eye on this trade, see what's going on with it. Come back with this one. You gotta be a little bit patient, guys, when you're day trading. Not every day is popping off. Some days you come in, bam, you make trade off the bat. Other days it takes a few minutes. Sometimes the first hour is not what's going on. I'm liking this trade right here. Even though it didn't have a pullback, it's showing some nice steady moves up. And I believe it's probably good for, let's see, what we're looking at. 12%, we could probably get a 20% move on that one. I'm going to go ahead, guys, and pull the trigger on this. I'm going to go ahead and buy. And for some reason, it did not. Let's see. We'll market, we buy. Why is it not buying? Alright, guys, so for some reason, my order is not executing, so I'm going to pause for a second while I try to figure this out, see what's going on. Alright, guys, we're in the trade. Apparently Weeble is glitching up, or my computer's glitching up. But we're in the trade now. As you can see, alright, so it looks like my computer is being jacked up today. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but alright, here we go. One other thing I guess I should mention, guys, is on Weeble, you can trade from pre-market to the day for the scanner, which is nice. Alright, we have active position. We're down a little bit on that one trade. Sorry, we lost focus here. Okay, here's another trade that's popping up. But we want to see it break these tops before we make a trade on that. This one, it did pull down, leave a long wick here. But it's being very indecisive right now. Let's take a trade on this one, guys, because it did. Why is my trades not trading? Okay. Something's going on. This computer is garbage. I don't know why. The classic trader's not working. Let's see if we can do it this way. We'll buy. Oh, okay. guys, I forgot. On Webull we have a minimum that we have to buy. So let's change this up on our trade from $25. Let's go to $50 for today. Okay, I'll buy. What am I doing? On $50 and the calculated order quantity is less than 1 share. Oh, this month, let me see. What is the price per share? Oh, this is $150 stock. Okay guys, I'm an idiot. I'm not paying attention to the prices on these things because I'm not used to trading with a small account. I'm used to trading with $15,000, $20,000, which is why I was losing a lot of money. Okay, growing pains. Like I said, please bear with me guys, it's my first video. So I will pay attention to that. Now let's look and see. Alright, last price 14. So we need to be aware. That's one thing to be aware of, guys. If you're trading small stocks, most of these lists normally are stocks under $5 and $10, which is what I like to trade. But you do have to keep an eye out. Some of them do pop up. Large cap stocks on here every once in a while. So let's go to our account. This trade that we're in, you can click on your trades down here too, guys. It takes you right there to the trade. This stop losses are very far. Okay, so I'm going to show you, talk a little bit about my trade management. Once I'm into the trade, I like to see where I'm at. Like this is the max that I want to lose off this trade, 12%, guys, right? So click on here, is that in red? So we know. Bam. Now I'm going to drag my stop up right here. Super easy to trade on Webull. So let's do a profit. We're 12 stops, so 24 is our target. We're going to just pull this down. We'll adjust this. This trade's probably not going to pop super high. It's already moved a lot, right, in the pre-market. So some of these trades are not going to shoot up real crazy. Let's come back to the top and see where we're at. This one's a good example of how I like to trade, right guys? They made a high in the pre-market, which let's move that up a little bit. Okay, it pulled down, went sideways for a little while. See if it has any news, neutral. But if it breaks this right here, we're going to enter this trade. So let's look at this one. This was the pre-market high. Okay, pulled back, and a nice pullback here. This long wick bouncing off the VWAP is very telling that this stock could pop up for a little bit, but we're going to hold off on that one. This stock's trying to make a comeback. This is just the line I had from pre-market. Let's make a new high. This is the high. I don't care about the top of the wick. This is just where the candle closed. So if this, you could enter this now and go ahead and get you, if you want to be a little more aggressive, maybe get you 14%. Because it is closing above this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and enter trade today to be a little more aggressive. Alright, now we are in the trade. Come over here. You want to be underneath that candle was our stop. 18%. Like I said, it's only 18% of 5% of our trade. So don't get too concerned with that, guys. Now we'll put our take profit. 18. We'll just leave it where it is right there at 30. And then we'll see what happens. Now this trade was a little more aggressive. Normally we would wait for it to come up here and break above that. But it is above the VWAP and the twirling EMA. So we're going to take a little chance on that and see if we can get back up here to this line. Now let's take a look at our other trades, see how they're working out. This one is kind of sideways. This is where the patience comes in, guys. It's not always, trades don't always skyrocket right up. Sometimes they take a little bit of time to work out. Now this one is popping up really interesting, but it's at this resistance line here, or support line, or resistance line. So it's probably gonna pull back. Woo, this one came. See, this is what I was talking about, guys. Price likes to come back down to this 21 EMA. So could retest off this. Now this is the second type of trade that we could take. If it makes a strong retest off of this, gives us like a long wick and then a green candle, we can take a trade off this, a small one. That's why you gotta be careful of not buying at the top all the time. You gotta be careful, guys. Now this trade is trending up very nicely. I'm gonna take a trade on this one. Let's see what is the price on this. $28. Alright, we're in this trade. This one gave us a long stop. We don't need that much of a stop on that one. We're gonna come down right underneath that. Change that to red. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and push our stop up right up here. Pull this back, and then we'll see what. Alright, this is our estimated profit range. Now let's just go back. We're at the point now where we're 3 trades in, so we don't want to be trading too much at one time, guys. You know, you can do 10, 15 trades at a time if you want. I like to keep it 5 trades at the max. This trade is about to pop off though, guys, I believe. So the reason I took this trade instead of waiting up here is because the VWAP came down below the 20 EMA, and then price started correcting right around that. So technically this right here would have been a good buy, because look, you got 6 down candles and this one large bullish candle that engulfs it. So you could have bought right here. This one's probably not going to go super far. We're just going to try to take a small profit off this one. Let's go back to this trade and see. This trade's kind of really down here. Not doing a lot. And don't expect to win every trade, guys. Some days you're going to lose all your trades. Hopefully not. Our goal is to win 2 or 3 out of 5. And we'll make some profit off of that. So we're 15 minutes in. Today, this trade, looking good. Looking good, guys. Pull this down a little bit so you see better. Open this up. Now, as far as my trade management, I'm moving my stop. Right now, you could be aggressive if you wanted to. Someday, if the stock is moving super fast, some days I'll just be really aggressive on moving right up to here. So actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's move it a little bit closer, okay? Because we don't want to be losing too much money. You have to keep control of your capital, right? So that is the most important thing. Now see, this one's down, moving down. We might have been a little too aggressive with this one today, guys. But it's fine. Like, we're not going to win every trade. We know that. Looks like today is a pretty slow day as far as the market moving up and down. Ooh, that one really. A lot of times too, guys, you got to be careful. When you move so far away from the high and then you come back up, it turns into a resistance line, right? So people are selling up there. That's not really my bread and butter trades. Mine are more, my favorite trades are more when you see this break here, it just pulls back a little bit. That right there is the better trade right there, guys. Alright, let's swing through. Now this trade is popping off 3%. This one is probably going to close us out. It's probably be our first loss today, but I don't know. We'll hold on to it. I'm not doing horrible. Need to find us a good winner though, guys, right? Now see what I saw about this one? It's starting to find support on this 20 EMA. If we see a green candle pop up, say right around here, then we'll take that trade as well. Alright, here's another trade that looks interesting. We're breaking above the high here. See, this is more of what my main strategy is. There's the high there. This candle broke above it. You have the second candle. So I like to enter. I'm going to go ahead and take this trade. Okay. way far away on the stop. We don't need it that far. We'll come right down to here. Let's pull this back. Now let's set this trade up. We'll do our stop box. Okay. What percent was that? I didn't get to see. That was 5%. Alright, now we'll do our take profit box. Shoot cartoon. Alright, so here we go. Let's move this up a little bit. Starting to get a few trades here. This trade does not want to do much. This trade is right on the where it's about to go profitable. You know, and sorry guys, these trades are a little bit boring. You know, a lot of people show you like they pick and choose, they cherry pick the trades that they take videos every single day, and they show you the ones that are super great. They don't show you the actual day-to-day of winning and losing and breaking even. So my goal is to show you what I'm doing every day, and then kind of go over why I'm taking trades, so you can get a feel for if day trading is something that you want to do. You know, day trading right now is more popular than it's ever been, guys. And if you guys don't have Webull, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video. You can check it out. I think they're giving away some free stock, but that doesn't really matter for day trading. But you can, they usually have promotions where if you click on a link from somebody refers you, you get $10 or $20 on your account. Alright, so at this point of the day, guys, this is what we want to do. We want to be watching this down here. This trade here is getting close to being a dud. Just kind of moves sideways, but I think it still could wind up being a profitable trade. So on Webull, this shows you the open percentage, and then this shows you the dollar amount, right? So this one's down to like $4. We gotta keep an eye on this one. We don't want to lose too much money on this because the trades we're making for the day are not super profitable yet. Now, if we were looking here and we had a trade that was $15 and $15, I would go ahead and close this trade and get out of it, which is what I'm about to do now. We're at $7. Let's just go ahead and close this trade and get out of this one. Alright, let's see. Where are we at? Close, singles, sell, 12, day trade, regular market. You cannot sell more shares than you currently hold in a cash account. Alright, what's going on today, guys, with this Webull account of mine? What am I doing? Bought 12. Alright, guys. As you can see, that's why I told you I'm an amateur trader. I haven't traded in over a year, so I got to get back used to this Webull platform. So anyway, it looks like this trade is starting to reverse, so we're going to hold on to that for a second. Let's check this one out. This trade's looking nice. Alright, so we can take this off just so it doesn't distract us too much. We can see where we entered here. Let's tighten up the stop on this one, right? Let's just go right up to here. Alright, let's check this trade out. This trade's probably not going to work out, guys. I'm going to be honest, because it closed above here. It might, I don't know. Let's see. We're just going to keep the stop right here. We don't want to give it too much room. If we're wrong, we're wrong. We want to get out of the trade. But sometimes you got to give it a little bit of wiggle room. Now this trade is definitely working out in our favor. We're up 7% on this trade. This trade might actually take profit. Now a lot of people say you have to always get 2-to-1 risk reward, you know, and that's good if you're doing swing trading, but with day trading, you have to take what the market gives you, guys. You're not always going to get 2-to-1 risk reward, and the way I like to do it is just keep my stop pretty minimum. My stop loss pretty minimum. So I move up pretty aggressive. Like most days, the stock market is moving a lot faster than this. Today is Monday. This is November. November is one of the slower months for trading in general. So I picked the slowest month of the year right before the holidays to start shorting my day trading. But it's fine. If the stock market was, if this price was moving really fast, I'd be super aggressive. I've already moved it to take profit level, but I'm not doing that yet. Alright, this trade, I don't know. These trades are going to take a little while. What time is it? 10 o'clock. We've already been trading for 30 minutes and nothing's really happening. We're down on 2, we're up on 2. But this trade, we have a lot of shares on this one for some reason. What was it? $40. Huh. Oh, 36. Alright, not that bad. Alright, here we go. Now this trade is starting to really kick up. We're up 4%. Nice. If this would have been my only trade for the day, I would have already hit my goal. And I could finish for the rest of the day. But I opened a lot of trades. And this is another thing, guys. You know, like I said, I'm not a professional day trader. I just want to show you my journey so you can see what I'm doing, what mistakes I'm making. And this day trade was a mistake, right? Because I wasn't following my plan. Doesn't mean it's not going to still wind up working out, but it's probably not because it's making a double bottom here, almost. Could go up, but let's look at some of the red flags on this trade, right? You do have some small wicks, not really anything. My trading strategy, what I really love, my bread and butter, is see this move here, it moves up, guys, and it pulls back 2 to 3 red bars, and then gets a green one. This is where I like to enter. So if I would have taken this order, I could have got 20%. But this trade kind of dilly-dallied up, moved sideways, pulled down. For some reason, I thought it was going to be a good trade. And it looks like it's starting to reverse here. Now, sometimes you can make a mistake, guys, in day trading, and it can still work out for you. That's why you just keep your stops on there. That's why I like to trade during the regular market hours, because it's easier to do your stop loss, take profit. If I was trading this in pre-market, you can't do a stop loss to drag up and down, so it can just go against you, and then you're like, oh, should I sell? Should I keep going? This trade is gonna turn out for us. We'll see what it does when it gets back to this EMA and the VWAP. If it gets up here and it starts looking like it's going to turn out, we'll just push the stop loss up there real tight. But this trade's looking good. See, the reasons why we got in this trade, this is actually, even though it's not an explosive trade, this is a good trade for my strategy because, look, you can see the VWAP and the 20 EMA is moving up steadily. There's no huge moves, but you want to look at the previous moves, right? Like here was a high, it broke that, it made another high, right? Then it pulled down, did a little cup and handle action, and then broke that again and moved up, pulled down again. But you want to watch that it's testing these support lines, the VWAP and the EMA. Here again, it tested, pulled down. This one might come back and retest those. But I have a feeling that it's just going to close here and move on up closer to our profit target. this wasn't really one of my better trades either, because this was the top here. So it broke above that. This one I entered early before waiting for the candle to close. So learn from my mistakes, guys. Wait for the candle to close. But it's okay. Like, as long as you have your stops and you're not losing too much on the trade, you're going to be fine. So we're down about $4 today. Not a big deal. We can make that up if we catch a trade that's popping off like crazy. So let's see if we find anything that's really moving that we're not into. That's why you keep an eye on your list, guys, because this does update in real time. And sometimes you'll catch a stock like this one that's popping off. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move this up to 100, guys. Alright, so sometimes on Weeble, guys, these stocks that are under, you have to do 100. So let's go do this one by quantity. 101. I don't know why this button up here is not working. Down here? Okay, it's fine. So here we go. This stock is moving pretty quick, so we're going to watch this one. Pretty aggressively, guys. See if we can get close to this top back up here, right? So we're going to pull our take profit down. Alright. Now the reason I took this trade is it did go up and make a high, but it came down and found support here on the 20 EMA. But this is going to take me right out quick. So bad trade here. Oh, today's not the best day to start a video, huh? Alright, here's a trade that's moving on great. Let's see if we can catch back up some, guys. Let's see how much money we have in our cash balance. 340. Alright, let's make this money up. Let's get back in the game, guys. Okay? Alright, what is our settled cash? Where does it show our settled cash? Have we already closed 2 trades, guys? Looks like we did. We're not doing good today. 2 of our trades closed. Alright. So we got stopped out of 2 trades. And now the market is just kind of being like, I don't know what's going on. So let's see. We come here. We're going to be tight stop on this one. Okay. Bring this down. We're going to try to get 15% on this trade for the day. Let's pull our stop up here. Now let's look at our closed positions. Which positions did we get into? We can kind of Weeble performance. Alright, what trades are we in right now? We're in a new, so which two trades closed on us? Alright, this one stopped out on us for sure. That was a negative trade, no worries though. This one stopped out on us, so that was two negative trades for the day. This one, we weren't really following my rules right. We didn't wait for it to come up here and close above that. So tomorrow we're going to focus on following the rules. Today, didn't follow the rules very well. So let's see what's going on. This trade is starting to pop off. Let's see if we can make some of that money back that we went negative on today. Alright, I want to pause for a second, guys. Take a quick little break. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, guys, we're back. Alright, where are we at? What is going on? So, this is not the right layout. Hold on one second, guys. Alright, guys, let's see what's going on. We're looking, we got three trades we're in right now. They're all positive, starting to move a little bit. Still not a ton going on today. Today's pretty slow. We're down $25 for the day, which is not where I wanted to be for my first video. But it is what it is. It's showing you that I'm a real day trader, amateur day trader. Still trying to figure everything out. Somehow I lost my layout on Weevil. I don't think I had it saved. So you're seeing live, guys, me fumbling around trying to figure this out. But you know what? It is what it is. I told you I'm not a professional, but I'm going to keep going, and you know, you guys can see what it would be like if you were trying to day trade starting out. Some of the things you have to figure out. Like I said, we can go through this journey together if you want. You can subscribe to my channel, comment on the videos, let me know like how you day trade, if you're a beginner day trader, if you're experienced. And follow along to see if I eventually get all this worked out, or if I just lose 500 bucks. So let's see. We'll see, guys. Thanks for sticking around if you've been watching this video the whole time. I appreciate it. Normally Mondays are really good for me. Alright, we're starting to see some movement now. Honestly, I probably should switch back to trading at 10. The market's a little more balanced out after that, but we'll see. If we lose too much today, then maybe this week we'll keep trading at 9:30, and then we'll kind of do a comparison of, ooh, if I would have started at 10:30, would I have had better success? So that's something that we need to keep track of in the analytics. But for right now, guys, we're going to go with 9:30 for this week. See how this week ends. Now I should say that my balance right now is $500, or it was before today's losses. And I'm going to try to do at least $500 a month deposits, so that I can try to get at least $5,000 or $6,000 this first year. My goal is to get past the $25,000 PDT rule, which supposedly could be changing soon, down to $2,000, which makes day trading a lot easier because you don't have to worry about doing such small positions with a cash account. If you guys don't know how cash accounts work, I can do a more in-depth video of that, but basically, if I have $500, I can only trade up to that $500, either one trade or small trades. And once I hit $500, I can't trade anymore until the next day. It used to be 2 days, now it's only 1 day. But supposedly the PDT rule could be changing next year. So what that would mean, you'd have a minimum of $2,000 you could trade on a margin account. You could trade that $2,000 over and over and over and over and over as many times as you want every day, as long as you're not losing it. Obviously, if you drop below $2,000, you might not be able to trade or just trade some more things. But if I had a $2,000 account that was going under the new PDT rule, I'd probably trade like $250 at a time and trade as much as I want. But for right now, we're going $500. And let's take a look at what some of these other traders are doing. They're starting to move. So now it's what, 10, 15, 10, 20. The market's starting to kind of figure out what it wants to do. Some of you guys probably think I'm an idiot for trying to push this video and not knowing what I'm doing, but hey, that's kind of the point of this channel, is to show, what it's like for an amateur trader to day trade. You're not just going to jump in and be successful all the time. Some days are going to be red days. Some days you're going to come in and open a position that's going to jump up 50%. You're going to be like, ooh. So this is a good example to show you what the market is really like. A lot of day traders are just showing you their best trade, their best phase. You follow somebody like Ross Cameron like I do, his days are always green, but he's been doing it for 15, 20 years. So there's not a lot of YouTubers that are actually showing you, hey, this is what it's like to be new and an amateur day trader. This is what you can expect, right? This is what you can really expect. So let's see what's going on. We're down about 10 cents on this trade. This trade is up. Let's look at our performance for the day. We're down $25, which is way more than what I wanted to be down today. For my first video, I was hoping to make a quick $2, $3 and bam, show you how great I am. That didn't happen. Alright guys, so I'm going to take a quick sec here. I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, now, in this point of your day, you make sure you have all your stops on. Your stops and your take profits. A lot of times during this time, this is where I would just take a break, go get some breakfast, come back, see what's going on. You don't always have to sit 100% in front of your screen. This one, we lost money, right? Because we should have moved, how much profit did we have on that one? So let's see how much. We lost the 5%, we should have taken that. But there's a lot of shoulda couldas. We're probably about to get stopped out. We're not going to move our stop. That's something I used to do in the past. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to move my stop back down here. What I should have done on this trade is move my stop loss above when I was in take profit. Right? But I didn't. I'm not going to cry about it now. This video, first video, is definitely showing you some of the mistakes that you can easily make when you're day trading. But hey, that's what this channel is about, right? Showing you real day trading, no fluff. It's not all glamorous, it's not all glory. You don't come in and make 10, 20% every single day or every month without having days where you're not doing that good, right? The key is just try to limit your losses. Don't get upset about it. Alright, so we got stopped out of that trade. That one was okay, so we got stopped out right here, and the learning lesson from this one is we should have moved to break even This right here looked like it was going to turn around though. You just never know. That's why sometimes I say, guys, not sometimes I say, take what the market gives you, because for we to break even, we're at a loss. So we're down like 3 losses today. Not very good. Today's going to be a red day for sure. But it is what it is, right? That's how you know that I'm a real guy that don't know what he's doing apparently. Alright, so we're up, what, 3% on this, 40 cents. Not a lot happening. This market is pretty slow today, guys. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to get something to eat. Pause the video. Don't go anywhere if you're watching this. By the time you come back, it'll be just be 1 second from maybe 15 minutes. But we're going to take a break, get some coffee, and then come back and see where the market's going. Thanks, guys. See you around. Alright, guys, popping back in here. See what's going on. And nothing much. The stock is there. The stock is there. So not a lot going on right now, guys. Let's see, clean this up a little bit. We don't care about that. We don't care about spark line, market cap. We don't care about volume, PM price. What are you trying to get? The name. We can take the name off. We don't care about the name, right? Let's take the PM price off. We don't care about that either, right? Okay. Now, well, look at this one, guys. Oh, we put the line on there. We weren't watching that. We should have gotten it right there. We could have been up. Ooh, look at that one. That one never recovered. Everything is fizzling out. This is one thing about the stock market, guys. Even when stocks are popping with news or moving, the market kind of generally, there must be some uncertainty in the market today. Let's see any of the other, man, nothing is going good today. There's no moving stocks. You know what, guys, let's see. Why do I have? Let's take a trade on that one. Let's get back into this trade here. Not back into this. Take this off here, guys. Let's do. That hurt. Up here. Somehow, guys, I got off of my layout, which tomorrow I'll have it all sorted out and go to redo my layout, lock it in. Today's a very amateurish day, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Basically, it shows you, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why this widget is here. But we'll get it worked out after hours. I'll go back and get my layout locked in the way that it should be. Alright, this one looks like it wants to pop off here. Let's move that stop up underneath our line, which we should do first off. Oh, the train's coming by the apartment. Alright, hopefully we can finish the day with at least a few positive trades, even if it's not that much money. We're down about $25 today. What? Yeah. We have 2 account details on here because Day1 of those off. For sure. We're down about $30. That's bad, guys. It's not that bad. It's no big deal. We're on a small account, so we're not swimming too much. But percentage-wise, not that great. So we need to go into recovery mode. We're down about $29. We can make that back. Definitely can make that back. We're not gonna sweat it. 10:40, so we've been trading an hour and 10 minutes. And today so far, probably gonna be a red day. Hoping some of these trades can get us out of the red a little bit. Ooh, this trade's up 50 cents, guys. What? And this one is plummeted down. Great. Well, there we go, another loss for the day. I guess I'm going to title this video, How to Lose All Your Money in the Stock Market in One Day. Not all your money, just some of it. Alright, what do we still got? This one, still doing good. Gotta find something to pop us off. We need a big win today to get us back in here, guys, right? But look, there ain't nothing going on. All these stocks are junky today. Today's probably a good day to stay out of the stock market. But you can never tell, right? Some days it pops off, some days it doesn't do anything. Just take this on. This stock ain't gonna never get back to that. That stock's dead for the day. See, a lot of these stocks, guys, jump up huge runners in the morning pre-market. This is where you catch all your huge moves, right? We're gonna find out just a little bit. Alright, taking another trade. Well, this trade might look crazy because under the 20 EMA is under the VWAP, but I'm in recovery mode now, guys. I gotta try to get some profit on the board to catch up. So what I'm gonna try to do is catch some little small little nicks here. Get 50 cents or $1. I'm happy with that, right? Get us a little bit closer to where we want to be at. And this is about the last trade I can take for the day because I'm pretty sure I'm in my cash balance. My buying power is about up. I gotta figure out where that is on Wiggle. Ooh, we're down $40 for the day. We're down 40% now. Let's see, 10% for the day. That's not a big deal. We're gonna make that back up. This next week, I feel it's gonna be good. Right now, where we at? This trade is here. Alright, guys, I'm gonna stop for a sec. Alright, guys, let's see where we are. This trade's negative. I'm about to have to go to work, guys. Unfortunately, I had to go DoorDash for a little bit, so I'm off work on my real job today, which is a server. That's what I'm trying to do, is try to figure out how to get better at this so I don't have to be a server the rest of my life. So what I'm going to do is just make sure all the stops are in place. Just take profit. Way too high on on this. So we're just going to adjust our take profits. I'm going to leave these trades running while I go to work because I have my stop loss on, so we're not worried about it going too far down. Probably not going to have to work on any gaps, so you don't want to sit here and watch it. If you are going to leave your trades, just make sure you have your stop loss and your take profit on. So we're going to go through these and make sure our stop loss and take profits where we want to be. Right, let's come down. Let's just come down to where we're supposed to be anyway. And then how about this one? Let's just do this. Let's come up a tiny little bit past break even. That way we know for sure we got one win trade today. Take profit here. What we're looking at right now, guys, we're down about $41 for the day. First video, me day trading. Not first video ever. I mean, first video ever, but not my first day trades ever. First day of showing you guys my day trading strategy. Wasn't super profitable. But we're going to see how the day goes. Some of these are probably going to pop back up. And then, if today winds up being a 10 or 15% loss for us, tomorrow my strategy will be to trade with my full account balance. Just take a one shot, one kill trade. Look for the best trade that I can tomorrow. Try to catch a little 5 or 10% move to get some of this loss back up. You know, which isn't super advisable, but this is a small account challenge, right? We have $500. This is the fear not part. And normally a lot of people tell you, hey, you should only trade on the demo account, which you can. Let's actually do this while we're looking at this. Let's switch over to my paper trading account, just so I can show you some of the differences. You can see on my demo account, 32,000. The reason why I don't 100% recommend it, look at this trade's popping back up so hard. Trading on a demo account all the time is because your fills aren't accurate, right? But let's just see. Alright, so we just jumped into this trade. I don't know why my stop losses aren't set up on this. I don't believe on Webull that you can set up different for paper trading. Seems like you could. Let me see my settings. Trade. Seems like there was a paper trading. Paper trading here. Alright, we'll just see. I don't even know how much we got in. We got in 50. 40 and 10. We didn't get in that much on this one. So while we're waiting on our regular account to fizzle out before I go to work, on the paper trading, you can't do the stop loss take profits. You just have to manually close it. Should be a way to set that up. You guys know, please hit me up in the comments to let me know. I'll do a YouTube search on that and see if I can figure that out. But I kind of recommend, you know, you can use paper trading just to get an overview, a feel of how to do it, how to buy and sell. But realistically, I think putting $100 into a live account and just trade one share for small stocks, penny stocks to start out, is a better way to demo, because you get the actual feel of exactly how you're going to be filled. With this demo, a paper trading account, you can buy, sell, do whatever you want. It's not realistic to what a real account is. And it seems like all of my trades always work out in the paper trading account. I don't know why. I'm a baller. I started 25, I'm already at 7. So it's not realistic, guys. You can paper trade. You have a $25,000 account, man. Next thing you know, you make $50,000. You think, oh, you're great, and you go to a real account, and you will see, as in my video today, it doesn't always work out. But paper trading is something to do if you've never, 100% never day traded before. You get a feel for it, learn how it works a little bit, but it doesn't always work the way you want it to. I mean, the market never works the way you want it to. Like this trade is popping off. Let's do 1,000 shares of that in my market. Alright, so now we're in 2 paper trades. I'm up a little bit so you can see. With your paper trading account, you don't have that connection of it's real money, so I gotta be more careful. That's why paper trading, you're like, oh, I can just do whatever. I don't think you learn a lot from paper trading. It's better to jump in with a real account, but just do very small, right guys? Don't jump in with $10,000 if you never did it before, unless you're super disciplined. Start out with a $100 account just to see. Alright, but the paper trading account's not moving. This stock is moving now. And if I didn't mention earlier, guys, I do trade on the 5-minute charts. You can trade on 1 minute, 10 minute, however you want. Day trading for me is better for the 5-minute charts. This possibly could have got halted. That'll happen sometimes, guys. Your trades will be halted by the broker. And then when you come in, this trade most likely, if it is halted, it's probably going to open up like way back up here. So then be like way in the profit. I just wanted to show you. I'm not going to go into too much on this paper trading. I just wanted to show you. But you do have this option on Webull right from day one. You can reset your balance as many times as you want. These stocks are on me. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take this, close this, get out of that trade just because nobody cares. This one, I'm going to leave. Oh, it's already back on. So it did come back on. It was halted for a second. It got halted, but it's not. Alright. So this stock is moving wildly. Now watch this. This is probably going to jump up here. How much profit are we on? We're at 9% loss right now on that. Or negative. Trying to get away from saying losses, wins, just saying positive and negative trades. But you can watch this trade. It's probably going to shoot up pretty high. Pretty fast. I can tell this one's going to shoot up. 32, that's about where we are, so we're at about a break even now. You know, paper trading, like I said, you don't have to stop loss and take profit, you just have to manually do it. So let's switch back over to my real account for a second. It's going to ask me to log back in. Alright, where are we at? We've got 3 trades. This one is in profit. This one's kind of meandering around. And then we got this one. Oh, how do you get rid of it? Okay, guys, so this is at about a point where I'm going to have to go make some money to pay my rent. I'm going to have to go DoorDash for a little bit. And that's another thing I can recommend to you guys. If you are new to day trade, you don't have a ton of money, do DoorDash or do Uber Eats. Make some extra cash. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do 50 bucks a day DoorDashing every single day, even though I don't feel like it. I'm going to try to make 50 bucks a day. That's $1,500 a month that I can add to my day trading account, right? Or a minimum 500 or 1,000. I can put the rest on rent if I'm slow. I'm a server, work at a restaurant on the beach here in St. Anthony, Florida. This month we're pretty slow, but it's about to be holidays, so we're about to be cranking some real money soon. And let's just see real quick before I go. This trade's probably not going to do a lot. This one's going to probably come back up. I have a feeling that when I come back, I'm going to be stopped. Alright, I'm going to take profit's going to be hit. That's my prediction on this trade. My prediction on this one is, probably meander around. When I come back, it'll probably be up here maybe somewhere. We'll see how good I am at predicting stocks. This one, you can kind of tell. Downtrend, went down, pulled back up, came down, went back in. I don't know why I got in this trade. Sometimes I do crazy stuff. That's part of this journey, though. I got to break those habits, right? So I want to build a community here, or maybe not build a community, just have some other traders that are new, maybe some experienced traders jump in, we can share ideas, and we can get better together, right? But looking back on this, you can see down, great uptrend, up, pull back and then up, but now down, and the trend shifted. So most likely when I come back, this trade is going to be stopped out. But it's, again, no worries on that, right? Another thing, I'm not sure why my chart with Weeble is not showing that top part up there. I have to figure that out. But for right now, guys, that's going to be, this one's popping off. I'm telling you, watch when I come back. This one I was telling you. When I come back, this one's going to hit. So, I'm going to stop the video for now, guys. I'm going to come back after working a couple hours. I'm going to take a lunch break and then go out and DoorDash more. I'm off today, so I'm going to try to see if I can make $150 a day DoorDashing. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around. If you watched this video, if you're watching it in real time, when I come back, it'll just be a second for you guys, but it'll be a couple hours for me. So, take a little break, guys. Rob Thomas Day Trader. Rob Thomas Amateur Day Trader, really. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, guys, I'm back. It's 2 o'clock. Worked for a little while. Let's see how we're doing. It looks like we only got one trade open. So, looks like, let's go see. Let's click on this, take this up, so you can see our orders for the day. Let's see if I can find my history somewhere else. Where is 7 symbols traded, win rate's only 14% for the day. Not good. 6 losers, 1 winner. That winner was probably break even. Not good, guys. Not a good day. Almost sad. It is what it is, alright? Alright, so let's see what we did. We lost. Let's write this down. FEMY, CMPO. Let's write these down so I can go back and review, see what we did wrong or right. It's not always about doing something wrong. Sometimes you just, market's just not with you. You know what I mean? Alright, let's go back to the chart. Let's look for, this is one of them. Whoo, look at that thing dropped down. This is one that was trending down. Not paying attention. Trending down, pull back, and then shoot, good short, huh? So this one we lost, let's see, $16 on that, no biggie, $2. $6, $11, 65 cents, and 2.8. So for the day, where we're at? Whew, we're down $54 for the day, 10%. We're not gonna sweat it, right? Because that's what day trading is. We're trading a small account, so if we were down 10% of $50,000, I'd be stressed. But we're not going to stress about $50. Let's go back and look through some of these trades and see what we did. This trade, we didn't do anything right on this trade. Right? No, we're just going to take that off. This trade, PHIO, we lost 11 bucks on. Alright. really the lesson learned, I think, for today is we overtraded, right? Or I overtraded. Probably trying to do a little bit more because of the video. I'm not gonna blame on that, but let's see. So CM, where we gotta go? Alright, this trade lost as well. We have a setup on that. That was the impulse trade. Let's see, we'll just put them in up here. Easier to find that way. Let's go back to here, guys, and see buy symbol. F-E-M-Y. F-E-M-Y. Well, this, I don't remember where I got in. We already took, that's one we already took off. What else have we got? CMPO. Ooh, this one went straight down. Alright guys, I did not do very good today. I'm gonna be honest with you. First day back day trading after a couple years. I didn't expect it to be skyrocket day or anything. But no big deal. Let's look at where we are, right? Alright, the performance account, we started out with $500.72, right? We lost $55.41. So let's see. No, that's roughly 10%, but let's make it official. 11%. Now guys, I know a lot of you might get discouraged, but 11% loss. This is all about just trying to figure it out right now, okay? I'm coming back after 2 years. I'm trying to make some videos to share my experience, let you see what day trading is really about. If you're an amateur day trader like myself, with all the hype and the fluff of all these TikTok videos showing you that you can make $1,000 a trade, it's unrealistic. But don't be discouraged. I am going to get profitable for sure. Just have to evaluate the day, right? And basically I overtraded. Let's look at how many trades I took. Right, 7 trades. That was way too many trades, especially at one time. The thing you have to remember, or that I have to remember, is if you have 3 open trades and the market is not pushing everything up or pushing some of those trades up, you're going to have 3 losers in a row. Could have 3 winners in a row, but it's probably better to have 1 or 2 open trades at a time, probably just 1. So I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is, we're down to 450. We're going to divide 450 up into 4s. Let's see what that's going to be. And then we'll basically just trade $100 a trade tomorrow. Or I might look for like a sniper trade. I might look for one. And we're going to see how the market's going in the morning. I'm going to come in a little bit early in the pre-market and kind of check some things out. May take a pre-market trade. Depends on how early I wake up. Just to try to get some of that $55 back. Oh, this trade is still open. Alright, so we got 82 cents on that. Woo! Alright, we'll close that out. We don't want to be carrying any trades overnight, especially day trade. Even though I have a stop loss take profit, we might as well just close it out. Nothing's going to be really happening with this trade other than orders. Okay, so sometimes you have to close your pending orders when you're ready to close, like this with a market order. So close that. Boop, we're out. And then that changes our matrix a tiny bit, right? Alright, that was the one winner I was considering. So We didn't win very much today, but do not be discouraged, right guys? Today I just basically over traded, and I was just kind of trading a little wild, which I shouldn't do. So tomorrow is going to be a little more focused. But this is the reality of it, guys. When you're day trading, you know, you're new, you're going to be trying a bunch of different things, you're going to have different strategies and different reasons for entering a trade. I wouldn't worry about having a perfect strategy right off the bat. You just want to have a general idea of why you're trading. You want to understand why you're trading, right? So, you know, a lot of people have trade plans printed out and all that, and that might be a good idea for me to try, but for right now, I think I need to just stick with trading a little bit less, looking for better setups, okay? So what I mean by better setups is, let me just see if I can find an example here of what would have been a good setup. This is pretty junk. So let's go through all of these, and then actually this isn't a perfect setup, but this is actually more of an ideal setup, right? Like you made a pre-market high right here, so we just marked that off. We came close to it, we didn't break it, so we're like, okay, we're gonna wait. Here, come back up and broke it right there, even though it was just a small break. What we're looking for is that break, right? So we can enter that trade right there, put our stop loss underneath that. That would have been what, 20% stop loss? Okay guys, and then we could have hit 1-to-1 on that. It's easy to sit here and say, oh, I could have got 1-to-1, because when you're in a live trade, it's hard to know where to trade. But honestly, if I was trading the way I wanted to, once I got this pop up here, I would have moved my stop from here. I'll just show you. My initial stop would have been here. Once I got that pop up, I would have moved my stop to here, and then I would have just moved it up a little bit, right? You don't always need to worry about giving your stop room to breathe when you're day trading. So you probably would have got stopped out right here realistically. So let's take these little ones off and see what we might have actually done off of this trade as a realistic trade. About 5 or 10%, depending on where we close it. So guys, that's going to be it for today. I just want to end this video saying, you know, please feel free to comment down below if this video even gets watched by anybody. Let me know what you think. Guys, I know today wasn't perfect. We overtraded, or I overtraded, but it is what it is, right? This is the real stock market. This is no fluff, no frills. This is what really happens when you're trying to day trade by yourself. I'm starting out, and I don't consider it a losing day because, you know, experience is what's going to make you better as a day trader. And evaluating your trades at the end of the day, seeing what you did right or wrong. Being a little more patient. I gotta learn a little bit more patience. But please feel free to comment below if you watch this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you think I'm crazy for even trying to make a video when I'm not a professional trader yet. Or if you're interested to see how my journey goes. I'm gonna keep posting videos irregardless if I blow this $500 up or not. I'll put another $500 in next month and we'll do it all over again. And I'll make adjustments as I go, but I want to make some of these videos so you guys can see what it's really like for someone who doesn't have a ton of knowledge. I do have some experience trading, but what it would be like for you if you decided to day trade. So if you want to take that journey with me, subscribe guys, hit that like button. This is my first video, like I said, and I will be doing a few more. Once I tighten things up, I'll make some videos about how I set up my charts and things like that, and what I think of some other platforms. But tomorrow, probably going to be a different strategy. Like I said, we're going to do just 4 trades max at 100, or I might just take and do 1 trade 100% right off the bat. I'm not going to risk 100%, obviously. I would only risk like 5 or 10% of my trade, and see if I can hit a 10 or 15% win and catch up some of that loss. Because that's the way I normally trade. I normally trade like $1,000 in my account, and I just risk 5 or 10%, and I try to get 10 or 15%. That worked out pretty well for me before. I stopped my last account. This time I thought maybe I would try a little bit smaller trade sizes, but we'll see. We're going to make adjustments as I go. Anyway, guys, I'm Rob Thomas, day trader, amateur day trader, I should say. Please let me know what you thought of this video. Don't be too harsh on me. It's my first video. I know today's day trader wasn't, wow, jump in, you see me make $100 is probably what you were hoping to see. But this is the reality of it. So I'm going to try again tomorrow. We're going to see what happens. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one.